Hey, we're back, and of course, since we are talking about the Home Garden Show this week, isn't it appropriate for us to discuss a similar topic with Greg and Kristen Taylor of Legacy Retirement Group? We're talking having a beautiful garden, of course, how that takes your vision, your time, your patience. They say the same is true for your retirement. How true is that a gorgeous garden doesn't happen overnight, nor does your gorgeous retirement, does it?
No, and you know, think about it, a garden requires so much nurturing. I know my favorite flowers are hydrangea and rhododendron, and they're about the hardest things to grow. I finally had to have a landscaper help me
I was
because
gonna say, why doesn't that surprise me? You went for the top. I don't know. But let's talk about this, because the retirement itself, it takes the cultivating and the planning, and you've got to maintain it. And that starts with, I guess, just knowing what in the world you're doing. You have to have steps that make sense.
Well, it really does. And, you know, a lot of times they'll say, well, just invest and forget it. You know, don't look at your statements and things like that.
Because you don't want to be emotional about your statement,
well,
right?
that's true. And that's true. And the younger you are, the more appropriate that statement might be.
Okay.
But the closer you get to needing to use those dollars, now you have to really start paying a lot more attention.
So let's break it down as though our retirement is a garden. Can you equate certain things in your garden to certain aspects of retirement?
Absolutely. We used to live next door to a big field, and some years it would be corn that would be planted, some years it would be soybeans that would be planted, and it was appropriate to change out. Well, in investing, it's the same thing. Sometimes stocks are doing well, sometimes bonds are doing well, sometimes it's commodities, sometimes it's real estate, sometimes none of them are doing well.
Right.
You need to kind of sit on the sidelines, and that's where having a tactical approach can give you a more predictable outcome.
well, and then when you look at a flower garden, variety makes much more of a prettier garden, right?
Right, right.
So when you're looking at your retirement, you don't want to stick all your money in one place, in one basket, so to speak. So one of the prettiest areas of our old property was an area that had gladiolas, and it had knockout roses, and it had tulips, and things would come up at different times. And so when you look at income planning in retirement, you want to look at having a variety of income sources to offset, you know, your Social Security. You might have a pension.
Right.
You might have funds that you set aside just for a set amount of income that's guaranteed for life. Things of that nature are really important in retirement.
The other aspect of this, though, it takes maintenance, or your flowers die.
You gotta weed it, right?
Yeah.
Right. The weeds can be the fees, right? or the risk, and those are the things that we don't think about. In fact, I just talked with someone yesterday, and they said, you know what, I just love it when the market's going up and I get all the benefits of that. I hate it when it goes down and I start losing money.
Right.
So when should I be in and when should I be out? And that's really kind of complicated, and most people, you know, that's why they're so hesitant about what they're doing.
Well, that, and too, like, you know, going back to making our metaphor here work, is just that, you know, if you don't have a green thumb, you're hesitant to ever start a garden. If you don't have knowledge of finances, you're probably hesitant to jump in there.
That's right.
So that's why we need help.
We do, and so we offer a portfolio x-ray as a complimentary consultation to meet with us and look below the surface, see what your risk is, see what your fees are, and see if there's some strategies that might be more appropriate for where you are right now.
And that's a good tipping off point here for this, a complimentary consultation being offered by Greg and Kristen and Legacy Retirement Group. If you're a qualified caller, right now get on the phone, and you can call 614-336-7660 to take advantage of this. No sense sitting on the sidelines and wishing you were a gardener when you can jump right in and plan your retirement. And again, call that number right there. And you can also visit them at legacyretirementgroup.com for more. Well, happy spring.
Yes.
May all your flowers bloom.
Absolutely.
It's a great
and
spring we're having this winter.
Yeah, they don't bloom too soon and then die when the cold comes again.
Now that's why we got to come see you. Okay,
That's right.
All good. Thank you so much.